Hari Om. Welcome back to Jagrata Nibodhita. I've been uploading videos on various topics related to spirituality. And today it is March 15th, 2021. And the whole world is going through a pace which is very difficult to manage because of COVID-19. The whole world is going through stress, anxiety. Scientists on one side are working on finding solution. Almost a dozen of vaccines are available across the globe, and crores of people have been vaccinated. Still, there is a fear amongst people, the human race, that this pandemic is not going to end so easily. And then there is a first wave, second wave, third wave. The waves are coming and going, and the numbers are also decreasing, increasing. And of recent times, India has shown a huge spike in the number of cases, maybe the second wave somewhere, a third wave somewhere. But ultimately, when it comes to the mental wellness, we need to look something internally. How do we manage these situations? So it is not about pandemic or a disease alone. And every country is known for many things. That you can call it as USPs or unique selling proposition, the marketing language, but generally known for certain things. For example, United States of America is known for democracy and liberty, and of late for presidents and various presidents, how did they behave? And India is known for certain things. Maybe you will think of Bollywood, you'll think of Rajinikanth, you'll think of Khans, you'll think of Ayurveda, and you will think of natural resources we have, and we have diversity, all these things we will recollect. And if you talk about Britishers, probably they are known for their royal touch on everything, and Germans are known for their technology, automobiles and other things. And India, if you ask, they're also known for how do we manage things with limited resources, and our homemakers are very well known for that. So how do we manage homes with limited thing? That means we are also talking about austerity, of simplicity of doing things. Having said so, what is really missing in all this conversation is India for thousands of years known for spirituality. That means Indians were the first people, human race, got into a subject which is bringing peace of mind globally. And many people visited India, especially Rishikesh, Himalayas, and all those things, because they want to understand what is beyond science. So I'm not saying spirituality is not a science. I'm saying what is beyond science. And it was also tracing the origin. It was also tracing the destination and the purpose of life. So at this stage, it is very important for us to come cohesively to understand the mental wellness. So mental wellness, psychology talks about something, spirituality talks about something, but definitely there is an interconnect between these two. So the psychological well-being describes an individual's emotional and overall effectiveness. So it is a combination of nothing but feeling good, and you're able to function effectively with this body. So this is nothing but body and mind. That is what psychologists say. Psychiatrists will talk about it. How do we manage these things? They talk about it. This is what the science says. But if you look at it, is absence of disease means mental wellness? No. So it is much beyond that. That's what, ages since India has been talking about. Absence of disease does not necessarily mean a person has a higher psychological well-being. So it could be the other way around. It is also connected with happiness, satisfied life, and our capability to demonstrate or manifest. So it is talking about fostering a positive thinking and integrating that with the body, mind, and the soul. That is what our ancient spirituality talks about. That's what is India known for. So at this stage, it is very, very critical that all of us do a self introspection. Maybe we need to practice. And being an Indian, I'm really proud that we have introduced yoga to the world, and we have introduced spirituality in terms of the depth at which we should travel for inner journey. And I would say that EFGH are the four components. The E I would refer as express mindfulness. So it's about mindfulness. And G is nothing but express gratitude. G is gratitude. And H is happiness through heartfulness. So this is what is H I talked about. And spirituality, in my view, complements medical services. So there could be arguments from scientists. How does it complement? But I don't want to get into that. But I would like to tell you something very, very simply. As a human being who's experienced something in life, how does it help medical services? It brings healing as a process, and it also deals with depression effectively. When you talk about spirituality, it because it leads you to a path of understanding purpose of life, and it also leads you to a path of doing yoga and keeping this body clean and effective, functioning parts. So meditation and yoga reduces stress to a great extent, and ancient wisdom also talks about it. So knowledge based health practices will make the experience of human being a better one and a healthier one. I still remember Swami Chidananda once talked about, if this body is an endowment, then it has to become an asset. You must know how to manage this body effectively, and this body consists of the mind, so that it does not become a liability not only to us but to others. So here I'm talking about the mind. Mind is a greatest endowment, and is also a greatest liability for human being, because it creates problem for human beings. So Swami Chidananda's lectures, I used to attend, and there's a small little science he used to say. So it is about manavema manashvinam karanam bandha moksha yoga, bandha moksha yogo. So it is nothing but how do you really control this mana, that is mind, effectively, so that you're able to deliver effectively as a human being with all the capabilities you're supposed to have while delivering it. So Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6 is allocated for this. You can refer to that on how to control mind. And also Maharishi Patanjali, he has created a whole manual on how to control mind. And if you find some time, please go through both of these things, and it will give a lot of enlightenment to you as to how to manage ourselves, inner management, inner engineering, regeneering. It will give a lot of knowledge to you to manage your life better. I have seen in my life a lot of people suffering, and some of my friends have done all the tests, possible tests in the world, and they found that they're perfectly all right, they're perfectly okay biologically and physiologically. But they were not happy, they were still suffering. They were still suffering for the simple reason the human mind, I'm talking about human morbid mind, creates lots of problems. So there are evidences to show the cause and effect trace to the mind. So there is a direct relationship of mind to the body also, apart from your biological and physiological fitness. So the mind affects you in a bigger way than the body, both biological and physiological I'm talking about. So psychology is a subject which is dealing with this, psychiatrists are dealing with it. But when you combine that with the spirituality, you will have a better effect of managing this body and this world, effectively. Some of the questions, the viewers here must ask themselves: are you really happy? And happy in the sense, do you have good relationship? And do you also maintain relationship? And are they all happy because of you or being with you? Somewhere we will come to know there are issues. Even I have an issue, and my spouse has got an issue with me, and then our children can have issues. And in the last 1.5 years, we've been observing that professors are having a tough time teaching students online, and socio quotient is missing, and students are suffering a lot in terms of their anxiety is more, their ability to observe things only on online is actually a boredom for them, and ability to actually follow the subject, understand clearly when you're in a physical classroom is slightly different, and it makes huge difference in fact for student community. So students are also with lot of mental problems of following the subjects, and it reflects across the society. So it is not only the students who are having problem, the teachers are having problem, and then the family members are having problem, and there is a phobia that this disease will even spread, and the protocols are not followed, and people are even discussing whether we should take the vaccine or not to take the vaccine. There are side effects and other things. I would suggest that you should take a vaccine, whatever may be the reason that people are talking about, because that will at least bring the stress levels and anxiety levels down globally. So that is, from the spiritual angle also, it is necessary that you practice these things which I talked about, the mind and how to control mind. And I'll be dealing with some more on mindfulness, and also how to control your mind in my future videos. Thank you for listening to me, and please subscribe to the channel Jagrata Nibodhata. Thank you so much.